Hi, this is Mrs. Clark, and I'm going to be going over just this first problem on our practice 2 for solving inequality word problems. So we've done a whole practice already. We've done 6 different problems. I did a video with the first 2, plus we went over, or I let you use answer keys to check your work on the other ones. But now I just want to get you started on this one because it's a tiny bit different. So we'll do this one quickly together to get you started, and then you should be able to be all set to go through the rest of these practices. All right, so number 1, Darius has $500 in a savings account at the beginning of the summer. He wants to have at least $200 left at the end of the summer. He withdraws $25 per week for food, clothing, and movie tickets. Write an inequality to show how many weeks Darius can withdraw money from his account, then solve the inequality and graph the solution. So let's first go through and annotate this. Darius has $500 in his savings account. So it's his starting amount. I'm going to put that here. Okay. He wants to have at least $200 left. So that means he wants more or equal to, greater than or equal to, $200 at the end of the summer. He withdraws $25. That's minus 25. No one's giving it to him. It's being subtracted. He's taking it out. So his amount in his bank account is going to be less by that much each week. So per week means I need to multiply. Each week, per week, those are all going to tell me to multiply. Write an inequality to show how many weeks. There's our x. So if I'm going to be multiplying over here, based on the fact that I saw that each, I'm going to multiply, so I'm going to write times x. You could write multiply x or whatever. So this negative 25 is going to have to get multiplied by x because x is the number of weeks, and that $25 happens every week. So that's how we want to know how many weeks Darius can withdraw money from his account before he goes lower than the amount that he wants, because he wants to make sure he's got enough money at the end of the summer. He doesn't want to blow all his money. So then solve the inequality. So we got to get our answer, x is less than or equal to something, or x is greater than or equal to something, and graph our solution. So we got to remember to shade. Okay. All right. So our inequality, he starts with $500. So let's start our inequality with $500. 500. Then what happens? He takes out money, so he's subtracting $25 every week. So we need to put that x on the 25 because that's happening over and over and over again. However many weeks he does it for, that's how many times we'll subtract the 25x. That's why it's negative 25 times x. Then we know after all that's happening, starting with $500, taking $25 out week after week after week, we want to make sure that we have greater than or equal to $200 left over. So we want to know how many weeks is he going to be able to do that in a row or in general during the summer before he goes below $200. We want to keep him from losing all that money. So let me rewrite it here. And the first thing we're going to need to do is subtract that $500 off, because the 500 is by itself. It doesn't have an x. Eventually, I'm going to get the x alone, so I'm going to start with the thing farthest away from x. The reason I'm going to subtract it is because 500 right now is how much he has. That's a positive number. To do the inverse, I got to subtract. So subtract 500. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, if I subtract 500, that's going to make a negative number. Trust me. Follow with me. It's going to be okay. It will all work out. I've done this problem multiple times. I know it seems weird, but it'll work out in the end. So 500 minus 500, that's going to give me 0. So I'll have negative 25x is greater than or equal to 200 minus 500, which is a negative 300. So you might be thinking negative $300, that doesn't really make sense. He's going to be out a lot of money. But I also have a negative in front of that 25. So here, when I go to get rid of that negative 25, it's attached to the x by multiplying, so I'm going to divide, and I'm going to divide the negative 25 so that the negative and the negative cancel out here, and I have just x. I'm going to flip my sign, because I'm dividing by a negative number, to be less than or equal to. I'm going to divide on this side, negative 300 divided by negative 25. Negative 300 divided by negative 25 is going to be a positive number because it's a negative divided by a negative. Did it in my calculator, I got 12. So x is less than or equal to 12 is our solution. So on our number line, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm writing with my finger. Sorry, it's not that clear. So I'm going to go to 12. I'm going to fill it in. And I'm going to go less than, which is this way. So what does that mean for Darius? That means that Darius is going to be able to take out this money 12 times or less. So 12 weeks or less. So it's x is less than or equal to 12. So Darius can withdraw money, $25, let's say that. $25 each week for 12 weeks or less. So the reason why you hear or less is because we need to account for the fact that it's less than or equal to 12. We don't want to say he can do it for exactly 12 weeks. If he does it for exactly 12 weeks, he'll have exactly $200 left. But maybe he might want to not have $200 left. Maybe he wants to have a little bit more than that. So he might think, all right, I can do it for 12 weeks, but maybe I don't really need to do it every week, so I'll do it less. Maybe I'll only do it 8 weeks. That way I'll have a little bit more left in my account. So it gives him an idea to plan his summer out, to decide, do I really want to waste all that money? Do I really want to do it every week? Because that would be a whole summer's worth. Actually, probably more, because 12 weeks is 3 months. So does he really want to do that every week for 12 weeks, or will he only do it for 8 weeks, and then he'll have more money left over? So it just gives him a little idea of what's going on with his money, so he can be a little more savvy about how much he saves and how much he spends. So it's a good idea to think about that when you're planning with money, when you get your first job, when you're an adult and have a job. You got to really plan and budget your money. So there's a real life application where you might think about something like this. Now, would you necessarily do all this math out? Maybe not, but at least we have a way to think about it and a process in which to problem solve. So go ahead and start the next one. Each of these problems, you'll see a lot of them talk about per week, each month, any of those. Anytime we see the word each or per, make sure we're multiplying. If you have any questions about any of the context clues that are in the word problems, if it's a real life situation that you're not really sure what that means, then feel free to ask so that you can gain some understanding when working with word problems, how to read some of the information that you're given. Good luck, and thanks for watching. Feel free to ask any questions as you work along. Bye for now.